lovelies, welcome back to my channel and I hope you've all had an amazing day. Today we are back playing some more Dress to Impress and today we are doing the black and white challenge. This is a challenge that I have done on my channel before, but it's been a little while since I last did it and I wanted to revisit it. So if you don't already know, the black and white challenge is where you can only use black and white. I do allow myself to use tones in the middle, so I do allow myself to use grey, but the majority of it is just black and white. We don't use any colour in there. If you do enjoy Dress to Impress content, please make sure you do subscribe. It really helps me out and it means you'll never miss another upload from me again. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So we have hopped into a master server and our first theme is Pretty Flower. And this is a custom theme that someone has done themselves. So we'll see what we can do here. I think for our face, we'll just go for something maybe like this. And then if we make our eyes white and then the eye shading can be, oh, I'm not sure actually. Maybe I'll just keep the eye color dark like that. We'll just do that. And then for the hair, I'm going to do this but no bangs. I'm going to do this but only bangs. I'm going to do this but tidy bangs, and then I'm gonna do this as well but just pop this a little bit to the back. This is kind of cute. Let's get this colored. So again, we're just going for black and white. So I don't always include hair in my challenges. I think for a theme like this where it's ethereal, I don't have a problem with doing black and white hair, but for normal themes I will be sticking with just being able to use any color that I want. And then what do we actually do for the outfit? I have no idea. Let's have a look what we have. We could try and use this butterfly corset. I think that would actually be really cute. Did this and then added some white and then some gray, some black there. There's still a bit of green in there and I don't know why that happens, but it's what it is, I guess. And then we'll add these sleeves and we'll add a little pattern. So if we add maybe this one and then silk that to make it a little bit darker. And then let's maybe also add this and let's add another black and white pattern in there. And then we'll just do black for the details. Then I think I want to add this skirt and I think I'm just going to make the base white for this one but make it foily, and then some black there and make that foily as well. And then we could maybe use this jester hat. I've actually kind of been liking doing this, so I've just been scaling it down and then just having it like that, and I think that actually looks quite cute. I actually quite like it. It kind of looks like petals, but that's what I've been doing with that and I've actually been quite enjoying it. That is a no-go. We have 3 minutes left. I'm panicking a little bit. Let's hop out of here and let's see what else we have. My only issue is that you can't really layer anything with this butterfly corset. I'm just going to make all of that white just to add a little bit of detailing there, and then maybe I can add this one and add another black and white pattern there and maybe make that foily. Do I look like a flower? Not really. That's okay, it's fine. Then we should probably use the flower hair, right? But only the flowers. And again, if we do black and make that foily and then do some white and then maybe make that neon and then do some more black there and make that silky. And then before I forget, I definitely need some shoes. So we may as well just use these because they are flower shoes. So why not? There we go. So we'll do that. And then maybe I can add this and then maybe do this and make that foily and then do black and white and black and then maybe this one as well and then add a little pattern in there and make that foily. Maybe we can add this and we'll just make the hat black and make that foily, and then the rest of it can just stay black. I don't really have anything else flowery, I don't think. Layer these shoes, I can. Let's do these shoes as well but make those black and white. Do that. And then I think if we add the Sabrina tights as well, that could look quite cute. If we do this but just option 3 and just make those that, I think that's kind of cute. Obviously I would have loved to have done something colourful for this, but that is not our challenge. That is fine. So the theme was pretty flower, and I've definitely got floral elements going on. It's not totally floral, but I think that's okay. I don't think that matters too much. I might do this and then foil that. It's a lot, but it's okay. I forgot the flower headband. Oh, I definitely should have added that. This one is really pretty. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I don't have any of these items, and that makes me really upset. Hopefully they'll bring back the cultural stuff next year and then I can actually get it. Ooh, this is cute. I think this is the person who did the theme. I'm gonna go for a 5. I always tend to give the person who picked the theme a 5, just because they've spent their Robux on that and they obviously really wanted to do that theme. So this one is cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then we have this one. This one is super cute. They've got the little petal dress on there as well. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I don't know if there's any flowers that are black and white, but we're just gonna pretend that there is. But this is ours. I do think that we look kind of cute, and I hope that they like it. But we have had some super cute outfits this round, so I would not be surprised if they don't. This is pretty cool. So they've actually done like a flower. This is the stem, this is the flower head. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I wish that the centerpiece was orange. That's just a personal thing. It's still a really cute outfit though. Didn't finish, but tried to do a fly trap. That is a really cool idea. I'm gonna go for a 3 just because it's unfinished, but the idea was super cool. And then this was the last one, and this is really pretty. I'm gonna go for a 5 for this one. I think our outfit was cute. There wasn't really much that I could do with black and white for a flower theme, but everybody up here looked so cute, and I think this was a really fun theme to do, so thank you so much to the person that chose it. We came 7th with 21 stars, so you know what, the amount of stars we got, really not that bad. I will take that. And I also quite like these shoes layered together. I don't think I've ever layered these two together, but I think they look really cute. You can see the little heel poking out the bottom there, but apart from that, they layer pretty well together. And our next theme is fancy dinner. I think we can definitely do something good here. So I'm gonna save this. There we go, just so I can save it for my thumbnail. And let's take all of this off. Gosh, I had a lot of items on that round. And for our face, I think I want to go for something, maybe just something like this, or maybe this. I think this is quite cute. Let's hop through here, and I'm gonna put this on actually. I literally never use this, but I think I'm gonna use it today. And I'm also gonna put our lashes on. I've also not been using my lashes as much recently either. I used to never do a look without them, but now I don't find them to be as necessary as I used to. So for the hair, we'll do this only bangs, and we'll do this only bangs number 3, and let's rotate that to the side. I have been loving doing this, you guys. I saw Ari SMH do it, and I was like, wow, that's actually such a good idea. Why haven't I ever done that before? And now I do it all the time. So that's just my new personality now. I'm gonna take this one, and then I'm gonna take this one, but no bangs. And then I'm maybe gonna take this one, but tidy bangs. And then I think I'm gonna make this black. Again, I've been pretty open with saying I don't have to follow black and white for the hair, but I think for this one it works. So we'll do that, and then this dress we could just make fully black. There we go. And then I think as well as that, I'm gonna layer the quest dress, but with no feathers. And we're gonna apply a pattern on here. So maybe we'll go for this one. That's quite cute. And if we foil that to make it darker, and then the trim can be white, and then the feathers can be black. I think that's really cute. I think that's really classy. And then can we maybe even layer this one, but without this part? Does that look insane, or does that look okay? I think that actually looks really good. So we're just gonna make all of that black, and then this is the base to our outfit, and then let's start layering. So we'll do this, but just the bow, and I'll add a black pattern onto there, maybe this one, and foil that. We'll add this just for a little bit of dimension. We'll do that and foil that. And then I think I also want this hat, so if I scale that down a little bit, it's gonna look a little bit crazy with the hair that we've got, but that's okay. If we do this, then if we put a black pattern on there and then make the hat foily, and then make the black band foily as well. I think that's actually really cute. And then for the necklace, we can go for maybe a silver tone like that. And then with some black detailing. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some black heels. You can't really see them under our dress, so I'm not worrying too much about that. And then let's get some layers on here. Let's maybe do this, option number 2, and let's do that and make that silky. And then maybe also this one. If I do this for the dress, make that foily, and then the chains can be silver like that. And then I'm kind of feeling sleeves or gloves. I think I maybe want these ones through here. Where are they? These ones? I think these ones are super cute. So let's do these and let's do this pattern and make those. I think we need to make them foily so that they look black. And then we'll do black on the fur as well. I think this is giving fancy dinner. And then we can maybe add this, but just the top, and then just do black, and then we can just do silver and white just to give it a little bit more detailing up here. And then let's add some more jewelry. So maybe let's go for the little pearl earrings, and I'm going to keep those white, but I'm going to make them metallic. And then maybe let's layer this necklace as well and make that silver, and then make the gems white and add some black there. And then maybe this one as well and make this silver and make that oily. I think that actually looks really pretty. I actually really like that. Let's just save this outfit real quick. There we go. And I think we're ready. I quite like this one. So this is the first one. So I do like the outfit. I think it's really cute. I just don't think that it's giving fancy dinner. So I'm gonna go for a 2. I'm so sorry, Diva. I just don't think that it's on theme. Then we have this one. This is super cute. I love the color scheme. I'm just not too sure on the feathers. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle. And then we have this one. This one again is really pretty. Just a little bit too much clipping down here. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle. And this is ours. I do think we look super cute. I do really like this outfit, but I hope everybody else does. So let's just give them a little pose. Then we have this one. This is super cute. I love the red. I love the colors. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. Then we have this one. This is super pretty as well. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I love the face. Then we have this one. Again, I think this is super cute. I love this. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. And this one is super cute too. And I love anybody who can style the male body. So I'm gonna give this one a 4. And then this is a final outfit. It looks like they joined late, which is absolutely fine. We're just gonna skip over them, and I'm sure they'll give us something really cool to vote on next round. And this was the podium. We came first, so I'm gonna say thank you in the chat. We came first with 30 stars. Wow, that's actually a crazy amount. Thanks, guys. I think this one was cute. I quite liked this one. I am experimenting more with my layering. I'm trying to layer a little bit more, but I feel like it's so easy to do too much, so I'm still practicing, so bear with me. If I do a look and you feel like it's a little bit too layered, just bear with me. I'm just finding my feet. I'm trying to find my style, I guess. But let's take everything off and get ready for the next theme. And this theme is Eclipse. So I guess we're doing the moon, maybe? What does the prompt say? Makes light and dark to mimic the moon's shadow. Oh, this is gonna be tough with just black and white. Let's go for this. I'm gonna make all of this black and grey, I think. If I do this, and then maybe let's just do this for this one. Then I need to change all of this, so let's do some light grey in the center, and then we can do, that looks too beige for what I want. Maybe we'll just do black. Do that, and then we'll do some white here, and then we'll do some kind of grey contouring on the nose. We'll add some black pieces here, and then we'll add some black here. And then the eyes, we need to change those to black, and then the eye shading can be black as well. We spent a whole minute doing that, so I hope that was worth it. And then for our skin, I think we're just gonna go for a dark grey for this non-human look. We're gonna use this, and we're gonna position it downwards, and we're gonna scale that all the way up. And then let's make that light grey actually, and add black and dark grey in there. I'll add these nails too, purely because I can't be bothered going to the nail place. We have this that I just got from the Baddie Pass, which I think is really cute. So I'm going to use black and then dark grey. And then we have this as well. So I'm going to use this and we can throw a pattern in here, maybe this one, and make that silky. And then add some dark grey for those spikes. Then we could also add the quest dress again. And I want something different. I want a different pattern. Maybe this one, and make that foily, and then the trim can be light grey, and then the feathers can be light grey as well. Then we need some hair. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I feel like I just want to do something quite simple, so maybe just this black and grey, and then maybe this one black and grey, and then maybe, I don't know, this one just in there, and do that black and grey as well. I actually think that looks quite cute. Now let's get to layering. So let's add this, and I want to add some lighter color in here. So I've added this pattern here, and I'm just going to silk that, and then the chains can be silver like that. And then maybe we could add this one and then add that same pattern that I just used. Looks a little bit bulky actually. Let's not do that one. Someone's in there. Oops. Could we add this one? No, not really. I cannot find a good use for that skirt that I just put on. I find it really difficult to find a good place for it. Let's do this and make that silky, and then let's do this and make that silky, and then let's maybe add, oh, we could add the moongazer crown as well and scale this up, and then we can do grey and grey and maybe dark grey there, and then a light grey there. And then let's maybe add the withered rose skirt just for some more layers. Do that, and then do I want to go dark or lighter with this? I don't know, maybe just this and make that silky, and then that can be grey. I don't know, I feel like this looks like a mess. I also don't have shoes on either. Let's just throw these on. Again, you can't really see them with the outfit we have on, but that's okay. We'll do this, and then we'll throw this on, and then add some more of this lighter pattern in here and make that silky. And then we can maybe use this, but just option number 5, and then add some silvers and some greys and some blacks in there. This looks super duper messy, but that's okay, it's fine. We're experimenting, we're having fun, and that's all that matters. I think the head looks really cute. I just think the bottom's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. We can maybe do this long skirt without the string, and then just make that black like that. And then is there anything else we can add last minute? Not really. I think this is kind of cute though. Again, it looks a bit messy, but I think we're on theme. I think it looks cute. So we have this one. This is cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I just wish the pink on the face was toned down a little bit when she changed the skin tone. And then we have this one. This is super cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one as well. I forgot that we had that. I'm gonna steal that in here, right? Celestial Burst. I'm definitely using that. This is ours, and I hope that they like it. I'm gonna do a little Celestial Burst there. Then we have this one. She said Bella from Eclipse, so I'm gonna go for a 2 for this one because I don't think it looks like Bella and I just don't like that for this theme. I'm so sorry. I know that it was something different. It's just not my favorite. This is really smart. I'm gonna go for a 5 for this one. So they've done the actual eclipse with the moon passing over the sun. That is so cool. I don't know if any of you have actually seen an eclipse either. I remember being in school and there being an eclipse, and we all got to go outside and watch it through these special glasses, and it was so cool. This one is super cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I just wish that they had incorporated some of those dark tones in there as well, but that's just a personal thing. And then we have this one. It looks like we have the moon passing over the sun here. I like the concept, it just isn't finished, so I'm gonna have to go for a 2 here. And then we have this one. It's very cute. I just don't know whether it's giving me, it's kind of giving Eclipse actually. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle. And then this is the last one. This one is really pretty. I love the color combos here. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And this was a podium we did not place, but that is totally fine. We had some really good outfits this round. All 3 of those deserve to be up there, and the votes were so good this round. We came 4th with 27 stars, which again, I will more than happily take. This was our outfit. I think it was quite cute. I'm not a huge fan of the layering on the top. I regret adding this ruffle here, but I just got excited because it was a new item and I wanted to use it. I don't know if any of you guys do that either, but as soon as I get a new item, I just want to use that straight away. But I think the outfit was still cute. I liked the head, I liked the hair. I think I would just change the outfit up a little bit. So our next theme is Valentine's Heartbreak. I think we'll do something quite, well, obviously it's got to be dark because it's black and white, but I'm going to do something like a scorned lover. So they're upset, they've been broken up with, and they're getting their revenge sort of thing. So let's take all of this off and let's do our face. And I think I want to go for this one, but let's add some detailing. So maybe let's get rid of that. And I want to add a smudged eyeshadow coming down the eyes as if she's been crying. Could do this one, that kind of works, but it isn't the one I'm looking for. This one, we'll do this. Then I've gone the wrong way for hair. I got distracted by the cash on the floor. Let's do this hair and just pop that back. And then let's do this one, but keep it messy. I'm going to keep the whole thing. And then let's do this one as well, but put that back a little bit. And then we'll do this one as well, but only bangs. And I'm going to do that positioning again for this one and just have that there. And then I think we'll do black hair for this one as well. Again, not intentional. I know that I can use different colors, but I just wanted to go for black for this one. I feel like it would be the best choice. And let's move that up. There we go. And then I'm going to take this hat again and just scale it down a little bit and rotate that down. Maybe not that far, maybe to about there. There we go. And position that up and then upwards a little bit. And then let's add just a solid black pattern to the top and make that foily. And then the little ribbon can be black and silky. And then for the outfit, let's start layering. So let's go for this. And what do we want to go for here? Maybe just this to start with and just make that black. And then the chains can be silver and then add some white there. And then let's maybe add this one as well. But then no, I think we'll use the same pattern actually, and we'll just kind of blend that all together. Then the bottom can just be a dark grey, but we'll make that silky. And then for the shoes, I think we'll just go for black pumps. We'll just do that and then make the bottoms grey. And then we'll take the fishnets, but we're going to rip them. And then we'll hop in the changing room, and I think I want to add this from the Wild West set. And we'll just keep that silver. Then we'll add this belt, but we'll rotate it. I think I want it sitting like this. And we can maybe add this dotty pattern. Actually, that could be quite cute. And then we'll make the buckle black. And then what else can we add here? We could add this, but corset only. And we can add more of this dotty pattern and make that silky. And then add some grey and some black for the lace. Some white detailing and the white gem. And then we'll hop back over here to VIP and we'll take this for option number 2. And then I'm gonna just take a solid white pattern. Maybe just, oh, this one would work actually. And let's make that silky. And let's add this for option number 4 and we'll do that again. Or does that look a bit crazy? Maybe we'll just go for something like this and make that silky. And then let's hop back in here. And we only have a minute left, so we need to be a little bit quicker. So let's add some sleeves and let's just make those silky with this pattern. And then we'll add some jewelry. So I'll add this big necklace. It's one of my favorite jewelry items. And let's just do that. And then we can even go all out and we can take this as well. And then I don't think this counts because it's not part of the outfit. I've just added the pattern to that. Again, I don't think it counts because it's not part of the outfit. So I'm not classing that as cheating. Some of you might, but I am not. And I think this is the finished look. It's pretty simple. I think it definitely gets the point across. So we have this one. This one is pretty cute. We've got a little bit of some odd textures going on underneath here. It looks like she didn't quite finish it. That's totally fine. I'm going to go for a 2 or a 3 here. And then this is ours. So we are a woman out for revenge. We have been broken up with. And I think that was a cute outfit. I quite liked that one. And then we have this one. I love the little red bow bag. That is so cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then we have this one. She says she ran out of time. That's totally fine. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. I love the concept. I love the idea. I just wish we had a little bit more going on with the outfit. Then we have this one. This one is super cool. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then we have this one. This diva has a bow and arrow. That is really cool. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one as well. And we have this one. This is super cute. I love the pink. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. She said that they are sad Cupid. I can definitely see that. So I'm gonna go for a 4. And then we have this one. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle. This is the final one. Super cute. I think the face is stunning, but the outfit, I'm just gonna go for a 3 in the middle. And this was the podium 3 super well-deserving outfits up there. We came 5th with 23 stars, which again, I think that is a really good amount of stars. And I'm gonna take everything off and get ready for the next one. And the theme for this one is indie. I think this one's gonna be kind of difficult. I'm not even quite sure what to do for indie. What face I want to go for? I think I'll just go for this one. And then I'm looking at Pinterest for some inspo. I'm gonna go for the bucket hat and make that grey. And then let's go put some hair on. I think we'll go for this one, but the whole thing, and we'll make that black. And then we'll add these only bangs and make those black. I think it has to be really complex hair for this one. Then I think I'm again just gonna add my trusty long hair here. Did not mean to rotate it. Let's just push that to the back just to add some layers, and we'll make that black as well. Again, very simple, but that's okay. And then for the hat, I want to bring it down a bit and I want to bring it forwards. And then for the outfit, I'm seeing goes and flowy tops. Maybe if we layer those together and maybe this one. That's kind of cute. And then if we hop in the changing rooms, I saw someone else do this on Pinterest. This isn't my idea, obviously. I'm gonna stick these ears on and make those black and then make the little ears grey. I think that's kind of cute. Let's colour this top. Let's go for maybe this and make that silky. And then for this top, let's say we just go for a solid black. And then for this one, maybe let's go for... We could actually probably go for cow print. That would actually be really cool, I think. So let's change this one. And I think we'll just make this solid black. And then let's take the cargos from the takeover event and we'll make those dark grey, and then the detailing can be silver. These are so cute. I definitely want to add some more cow print in here. I don't know if cow print's an indie thing, but I'm pretending it is. So let's do that. I'm going to make that matte, and then we'll go for silver and grey for the hardware. There we go. Then let's layer this just for a little bit extra, and maybe let's go for that and just make that silky. Then what else can we add here? I definitely want some jewelry. I definitely need some shoes. I think I'm just gonna go for the Mary Janes and do those with socks. If we just do those black, and then we'll just do grey and white for everything else. They look a little bit silly actually. Let's take those off. I think I'm actually gonna go for these boots and just make them grey. There we go. Jewelry. I think if we go for these beads, there we go, and then maybe this one and make that black, and then maybe some hoops and make those silver. And there was something else I was gonna add, but I completely forgot what it was. I'm gonna have to watch back the footage to see what I was gonna do. I've completely forgotten. I want some sleeves. I'm gonna go for these and make those just dark grey. And I think that's pretty much it, to be fair. I don't think there's anything else that I want to add. Are there any items I can hold? Not really. Any more accessories? We can do the headphones. So that kind of looks crazy with that hat and the little headband. So I think we'll just keep it as it is. I like this one. It's simple, but it's cute. And I love the cow print. I'm a big fan of the cow print. So let's just save this. There we go. Do we do our nails? I think our nails are still black. Yeah, they're still black. That's okay then. I'm not used to having time to spare. I'm trying to figure out what else I can add. Oh, maybe we can add the body chain code one, this one. We do that silver and black. It's a little bit extra. There we go. Now time's up. So we are first. I think our outfit is kind of cute. I just love the hat. Again, wasn't my idea. I saw it on Pinterest. I think it's cute. And then we have this one. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle for this one. And this one is super cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I love the hair as well. That is so cute. Then we have this one. Again, I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And this one is super stunning as well. And the face is gorgeous. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one too. And this shoe combo. Wow, love that. I'm gonna be stealing that. I'm gonna have to watch back the footage and then try and figure out what shoes she's combined to make that, because that looks so cute. Okay, then we have this one. I'm just gonna go for a 3 for this one. Very cute. I just wish we had a little bit more going on. And then we have this one. They said no time. That's totally fine. I'm gonna give them a 2 and move on. And then we have this one. Again, someone that joined late and didn't have time, so we'll just give them a 2 and move on as well. And then this was the last one. I think this person misunderstood the theme. They were also late as well, but we're going to skip past them and I'm sure they'll give us something really cool to vote on next round. And this was a podium we did not place, but that is completely fine because these 3 divas all deserved their placements. They came 6th with 18 stars, which again is totally fine. I am more than happy with that. That is all for today's video. I really hope that you have enjoyed this challenge. I do think that I did a lot better this time than I did the last time I did this challenge. And I think that really just proves how much I have learned about the game. I'm still learning. I'm still not the best player in the world, but I definitely have improved. And I'm learning more things about the game every time I play. So thank you all for supporting me with this journey and giving me tips and tricks here and there. It's been really helpful. If you aren't already, please make sure you are subscribed. It really helps me out. And I will see you all next time. Bye guys!